Hi YouTube, ThinkVesting here, and today I'd just like to have a very short discussion on what can be some of the best investments you can make in the short term to help your stock in the long term. Previously, I've seen some videos discussing what type of silver or what type of gold to purchase to be able to save wealth or generate wealth. And those videos argue that precious metals are or can be some of the best investments you can make. My 2 cents on some other things that you may want to consider to be one of the best investments you can make so that you can add more ounces to your stock later on. So one of the first things I want to focus on is that if you want to generate wealth, you need to change your mindset first, then change your lifestyle next, so that you can actually change your life. Okay, so let's go through that again. You need the mindset change first, so that you can do a lifestyle change after, so that you can actually change your life. The mindset change is a good place to start, and most precious metal stackers are already a good start because they've decided and done positive action that they no longer want to live paycheck to paycheck and want to actively save and invest in precious metals or other assets so that they can preserve and generate wealth. That's good. The basics of a change in mindset is basically how much are you making, how much are you spending, and how much are you keeping. There are many variations on these three aspects that affect your financial life. So for example, how much you make can be both a function of the skills that you have, but also there are a lot of options for you to grow and build multiple income streams, like investments in equities or properties or precious metals. So these are the ways that you can invest so that you can actually have multiple sources and grow your sources of income from these. But the second portion of that equation has something to do with expenses. And while you can have the most income, but if you also have more or higher and even higher expenses than what you're earning, then you are really in big trouble and really need to make a conscious effort to change your mindset and change your lifestyle so that you can achieve financial success. Lastly, after you figured out how much you make and how much you spend, then you're in a good position to start saving and investing. So afterwards, you do need to make lifestyle changes. So very simple things which I'll also cover in the next few slides. And so when you have a mindset change and a lifestyle change, you are in a very good position so that you achieve a life change. So what are some of the achievable things or that you can invest in that can help your stock? Okay, first off, instead of investing in precious metals first, if you don't have much to go on, you might want to invest in a lunchbox first. Having worked overseas for several years and having to ensure that I could actually survive from month to month, I realized that I could save anywhere from 30% to 50% of my meal allowance if I actually cooked my own meals. So therefore I could actually stretch my finances so that I would end up spending less, and be able to actually go through, instead of what I would need for what instead of my money being able to just last a week if I ate at the canteen. I found that I could double or triple the amount of time I could survive if I bought and made my own meals. So my suggestion is, on a day-to-day basis, if if you have the opportunity to and have some basic skill in cooking, if you could prepare your own meals or ask maybe one of your family members to cook for you, then this can be a one way for you to stretch your finances and minimize your expenses. The second lifestyle change you might want to consider, and one of the things that related you might want to purchase, is a mug. I, having worked in Singapore for about 4 years now, I realized that I was really losing a lot of money to Starbucks and coffee bean and tea leaf. So a lot of my money went to coffee shops for pretty much 1 to 2 years, and I realized that I could actually what I would spend in a few cups, if you actually bought your own coffee and made your own coffee. One cup might actually be more than enough to buy you, and if you made your own coffee, more than enough to last you throughout the month. So it's something to think about. I mean, if you're not after the ambiance, if you're just after the coffee, then it might be worthwhile for you to make your own coffee. And as I said, one Starbucks order for me, when you actually end up buying your own and making your own coffee, I'm telling you, one Starbucks mug is equal to more than 1 month of drinking coffee, your own coffee. So that might be something that you might want to consider as well. Lastly, for those of you who, especially the guys, if you're not, if you don't mind having really short hairstyle, I suggest getting some clippers, and what that does is it really allows you to instant ROI in from 6 months to 1 year, and basically it allows you to save what you would have spent for in terms of your barber or your salon expenses, and that really brings it back to a minimum. If you have a family member or a roommate, or your wife or your partner to help you out with your cut, then that should be fine. So these are about 3 basic things. There are a lot more things, very simple things that you make, small changes that you make, but these small changes that you make across time, as you change these small things in your lifestyle, you realize that you really don't need all of these things, all of these fancy things to survive, and you'll find what are the really minimum things that you do need on a daily basis, and you end up really saving a lot and having much more income, much more disposable income for you to invest later on. And once you get these cycles down in terms of daily and a monthly basis, and you develop these as a habit, then these can really change your life. and as it did for me and my family, you know. So as always, I'd like to wish everyone continued prosperity and success, and I look forward to seeing you in the next few videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you. Bye.